Do you ever feel like happiness is something you're always getting closer to, but never quite reaching? Like it's waiting for you on the other side of a new job, a bigger home, or just a calmer, more in control version of yourself? Even in midlife, we're often told to keep striving for success, for stability, for clarity. But recently, as I walked through Kensington Gardens, a place I used to go to when I needed to clear my head and reflect, I started to understand what chasing happiness had really looked like in my life, and why it's never worked. This isn't just a reflection, it's a reminder that happiness might not be where we think it is. If you're navigating life after 50, starting over, or just wondering when will you find the happiness that always seems just out of reach, always over there. I've spent so much of my life looking forward, planning, hoping, waiting for things to get better. For life to finally feel like it made sense, steady, real, and truly mine. In my previous video, as I visited the street where I once lived with my family when I was a child, I felt something I hadn't expected to feel. Something I hadn't seen clearly until now. I was happy then. I just didn't know it at the time. For so long, happiness felt like something that always felt slightly out of reach. Like it was always waiting somewhere else. A version of myself I hadn't reached yet. Believing that I'd finally be happy once I arrived somewhere else, somewhere just beyond where I was. Now that I'm in my 50s and rebuilding my life after so many changes, I can see it more clearly. I thought, when I move there, when I earn more, when I finally figure things out, then I'll be happy. Then I'll finally feel at peace. But every time I reached for the next thing, the feeling faded, and the chase began all over again. Returning to the place where we used to live brought back something I wasn't quite expecting. It made me realize how much we truly had, things that money can't replace. Back then, my family didn't have much, but we sat down to dinner together most evenings, something I didn't think much of then. But now it feels like those evenings mean more than I realized at the time. They were simple, everyday moments that kept us close. even without us realising at the time. Those are the unremarkable moments that somehow has become the ones I miss the most. We went to church every Sunday. As children, we often complain and drag our feet. But looking back, it's one of the few constants that held us together. It reminds me now of the closeness we had, even if we didn't see it then. We used to huddle around Dad's tiny television, our very first as a family, watching black and white programs together. It felt ordinary at the time, but now it holds such warmth and simplicity. That was happiness. I just didn't know it. In midlife, I've learned that happiness doesn't always arrive with fireworks or applause. Now I see it differently. Happiness isn't something waiting out there in the distance. It's hidden in the everyday, like the things we do without thinking, like enjoying that first cup of coffee, the peaceful walks in nature, reading a book, nurturing our plants or playing with our fur babies. These are the quiet moments we overlook. And I wonder how many of us are doing the same thing. Chasing some future version of joy, while walking right past the quiet beauty of today. What if these quiet ordinary days are the ones we'll one day look back on with the most tenderness? What if our happiness isn't ahead of us, but with us now, hidden in plain sight? In the scent of your morning coffee, in the stillness of your own space, in the light flowing right through your window. The quiet rhythm of a walk in nature. No rush, no noise, just the ground beneath your feet. And a time to breathe. I've come to realize that happiness isn't loud, it's gentle. It speaks in stillness, in the quiet presence of now. I think if I could sit beside my younger self, I'd say, "You're doing better than you think. You don't need to become someone else to be worthy of joy. Try not to rush through this, or you're going to miss it." These days, soul care, especially for us over 50, looks like slowing down, letting memories come gently, noticing where we are without it needing to be different. I now know that not everything has to be a milestone. Going back where I used to live with my family reminded me that maybe happiness isn't something we need to keep chasing. Maybe it's where we are all along, woven into the ordinary days we once lived without even knowing it. Maybe we carry it with us all along, and maybe, if we slow down just enough, we'll see that it's right here with us now. So here's to pausing, to remembering, and to noticing the life that's already enough. Because sometimes when we stop chasing the future, we realize we were happy back then, and perhaps we're already living that happiness now. We just needed a moment to notice.